Hey guys, yeah, it's me again. Sort of at a slant in my car. I thought I'd try a new angle, play with things. Some say this slant is dramatic. I don't know. All I know is I was watching broadcast TV. Sometimes you have to see the shows you want to see. God almighty. You know, every time they go to commercial break, you already know they've got 26 minutes out of every hour, if you're lucky, commercials. So what the hell do? That means a half hour's got 13, 14 minutes. What's been chopped out? Worse yet, what are the ads? There are the infamous 5-minute or 6-minute infomercials from the ASPCA. They don't even remember where the last meal came from. They don't know where the next one comes from. These dogs have an empty bowl. Sad is that Americans last year gave more money to ASPCA than to St. Jude's. I know. It's a frickin' dog. It's a goddamn dog. If it's that sick, put it down. Oh, but he's a member of my family. Shut up, you warped, twisted piece of shit. The next one, it's gotta be Shriners Shameless Hospital. A parade of maimed, disfigured, amputees, whatever, going on by the screen. And as with all charities, they tend to overstate. You get through those. They're only 3 minutes long, 4 minutes. How about the one for feeding kids? Jeff Bridges on that commercial. Other people are. And they overstate. Millions of American children will go hungry this year. They overstate because they want your money. And their ads, 3-4 minutes long. How about the next one? It's some country singer, I guess, singing, "Always be humble and kind," whatever. You see the same ones again and again. In my market, it's Channel 9 TV. God, what a total piece of shit they are. They play more public service announcements than anything else, probably because they just cannot sell the airtime. It's that simple. The only airtime you see is occasionally squeezed in some little local spot. But 90% of what they air outside of the program is public service. But you know what's coming. You can predict the same batch. And here's the clincher. This is the one that really, really makes my ass hurt. You'll see 2 seconds of a commercial and they cut to a different ad. 2 seconds of a PSA and they cut. And it's not once in a while. That's how they run their station. Seriously. 2 seconds of an ad and it cuts. Either they don't have the technology or the knowledge or the skill or the will to bother with it. Hell, they figure, the people watching our TV, bunch of poor asses living in a house trailer, who cares about them? That's how you treat your programming. Then there are other stations like Channel 6, which spends about as much time off the air as on the air. Broadcast TV is a train wreck, but it caters to the poor, people who cannot afford streaming services or cable or satellite. Me? I can afford it. In fact, I love watching my films on Amazon and YouTube. I stream to the TV set all the time. But there are certain shows I like to see that are on broadcast TV, and I'm willing to suffer the absolute malarkey and bullshit they shovel at me for nearly half the show's time in order to get the show. But you know what? It gets to a point where I just won't handle it. They get about 60 seconds into this damn commercial for the SPCA, so I flip to another channel. The same damn commercial. I flip to another. It's this always be humble and kind crap. I switch to another. It's Shriners Hospital. It's St. Jude's Hospital. It's anything, anyone, any organization. Or how about the ACLU one? Oh, that's a beauty. 3 minutes long, misrepresentation and lie all the way through. But we're the ACLU. All crazy lunatics united. Fighting for you, the communist, the transvestite, the radical. You know, all I have to say about the whole thing is, if I could find a way to watch the shows that I like without resorting to broadcast TV, I'd go to the almost as bad Amazon. See, with Amazon, it's great, okay? The movie or whatever comes on, and you know if it's a 1.5 hour movie, there are going to be at least 5 commercial breaks, numbering about 2 minutes a break. Not as bad as broadcast, where you'll have as many breaks, but each break lasts twice as long. And at least with Amazon, there's a little timer up in the corner that says how much more you've got to endure. Minute 5, a minute, 55 seconds. I love to see the countdown, because then I can change channels or go take a shit, wash my hands, get a little snack, come back to the TV. But even that, I'm paying Amazon a monthly fee for the ability to see their shit. If I want it without ads, it's going to cost even more. And a year ago, 2 years ago, they weren't doing this. They didn't disrespect me in such a way as to throw all these damn commercial breaks in there. So Amazon, you know, they're driving me to YouTube. YouTube runs ads too, but at least with the YouTube, about a minute into it, you can click and skip the ad. Get back to the movie. For those who watch, for those who don't, I will rate it for you. YouTube, right there. Amazon, right there. Broadcast TV, in the toilet. How much time do you spend in the toilet of broadcast TV? And is it for economic reasons? Or is it because, like me, there are certain shows you like? Every once in a while, I find an episode of MASH that is not so insulting as to even be entertaining. Every once in a while, I see a TV show that's not so absolutely racist, like The Neighborhood or Bob Hart's Abishola. Every once in a while, I find something funny, like, what is it, Everybody Loves, I forgot his name now. It's this Hispanic fellow, funny as hell. I don't know, I'm exposing myself by my age. Sitting here in my car, wind is blowing the trees. It's not going to rain, the clouds that came are going away. But I just wanted to talk to you, editorial opinion. Oh, and let me rate something for you. I went to Amazon, and I saw a series called The Boys. Fascinating. Very, very gruesome. Very, very brutal. Very, very, very violent. But I can handle the violence. What I can't handle is The Boys is pornography. Plain and simple, it's porn. The shit that's on there now would have had him in jail in the 70s. It's porn. I do not recommend The Boys to anybody for any reason, simply because of the porn. The violence, it's too extreme for young minds. But again, it's God. It pushes porn to the absolute limit, then it goes over the top. So if I'm going to rate The Boys, I would rate it as don't do it. No way in hell. Thumbs down. Find something less violent.